How are we all doing? We are back with another episode, and this one's been a bolt out of the blue. Trying to get a Watford fan to crawl out of the woodwork at this moment in time is very fucking difficult. However, Dave's back, and Dave's going to give us some insight onto his thoughts of obviously our running, and obviously we'll touch on the game that we spoke about, the Southampton game and the Wolves game in recent fixtures. First and foremost, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. Please do hit the notification bell. And if you want to be notified of any more of our videos, and more importantly, just enjoy yourself. It's all about opinions. It's all about getting your voice out there. Join us in the chat. Don't be a stranger. And yeah, we're happy to discuss anything, even if it's talking about a brand of tarts. We don't care. We'll discuss it all. Dave.
Yo,
thank you very much for giving up your time again. I know you've obviously been rushed off your feet. You've just, you've had your boys and stuff.
Yeah, I've just dropped them off now, mate, with the mum.
Happy days. How have you been?
Yeah, good, mate. Transformation, innit? Just different, unbelievable how different we look. It's I said Dyche were a dinosaur. As much as I loved him and what he's done for the club, the way we're playing now, we've every chance. We have to go there tomorrow with that same belief, that same confidence that we've shown in the Southampton and the Wolves game. And I mean, looking at their run of home games, they've lost 10 in a row. 10 in a row. If we can't go there and beat them, we deserve to go down. For me, it is as simple as that now.
It's a strange one, as you say. It's just typical of Burnley to obviously turn up at Vicarage Road and they get that third win all season. It's bad. It's mad times and hopefully not bad times. A couple of comments. Del Boy, I know he's currently live now. I did pop into his channel prior to coming and starting this. But good man, Dan. I hope you're well. Cheers, Del Boy, and massive shout out to yourself. Jags is in as well. He says, hi, and we will win tomorrow. That's the spirit. We will win tomorrow. We have to. And also put a dent on dirty Leeds as well. As I say, if you haven't spotted below, we are on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, so you can give us a follow on there. We have gone over 400 subscribers today. Earlier, we did a live feed of, just me playing FIFA, basically. And to be honest, it went off. A lot of you followed the channel off the back of that. So I can't thank you enough. It really means a lot. 400 subs, on to the next milestone, 5. And fingers crossed we can hit that before the year's out. I'll take that. I will take that before the year's out. But honestly, for everyone that has subscribed and is willing to listen, then, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Whoa, this is something I wasn't expecting. Hussam's in the chat, and he says, hope Burnley stay up, send Everton down. Is it now that we see? Are you seeing this as well, Dave? That since we've got rid of Dash and we started to play football, people are starting to look at Burnley in a different way.
Well, yeah, but I think a lot of teams, they for some reason, like, they want to see Everton go down. Probably because it's never happened, has it? Not since like 1951-52 season, I think it is, that they've never been relegated from the top flight. So I think people want to see that purely because it'll be quite a massive historical event, really. It'll go down as the biggest relegation that there's been. Well, obviously, certainly since the Premier League were formed. But yeah, I mean, you've seen it a lot from Newcastle. Did you see this? I read yesterday there's something, that they're saying put Jimmy Nail in midfield along with Ant and Deck at the back, and against us on the final day, and they really don't want to see their team beat us if it means that we'll go down. So it's interesting. I'm hoping by the final game it'll be a party anyway, and we've both obviously Newcastle have stayed up now, haven't they? But hopefully we can as well.
No, 100%. I saw that. I thought that, some Newcastle fans were like, no. If we've still got something to play for, then obviously we've got to get the win. That I understand. But if it's a nothing game to them,
well, it
then...
isn't. They're safe now. They're mathematically safe, I think. So
yeah,
or they might need one or two more points, but by the time they play us, they'll be on the beach, hopefully.
No, should be. I mean, let's go back to the last preview we did together prior to the Southampton game.
Yeah,
it was a bit of a strange one because we wasn't expecting us to really. Southampton had just come off the back of that 1-0 win against Arsenal. We'd sort of just had the 1-1 against West Ham, and we thought, right, is this where the table turns? But it was a true test, weren't it? It was a Thursday night. The first game back at the turf without Dash being in the technical area, and what a result!
Yeah, I know. I memean, they've even referenced it quite a lot that they're playing with a lot of freedom now. None more so. You can see that in Dwight McNeil already. He's a different player. There's a lot already that are showing that we shouldn't have even been down there this season.
Yeah,
that's the annoying thing. When you look back, for me, they've thrown Dutch under the bus this season because I don't think they've wanted to play for him for a long time, and I think it's just got to the point where they've thought we don't want to do this anymore. And McNeil. He's been an absolute revelation recently. His performances have been amazing.
No, they have. They have nothing short of a magnificent turnaround. And then, speaking of a turnaround, obviously we played Wolves back-to-back home games and managed to nick a win there, especially against a side that, well, call it as it is, trying to fight for a European spot.
Absolutely. You see, I was talking to a couple of Wolves fans before the game, and they even said they wouldn't be surprised if Burnley were to beat them because they just need to miss a Wolves. On the day they're a good team. They're not 7th or 8th in the league for nothing, but apparently they've not got a great record at the turf. And luckily we got the win. We played well. First half, I didn't think we were great, but the second half we really got the ball. I just can't believe it. It's just effective. They're passing it, and it's creating chances. So why didn't we do that before? That's what I don't get. But
it's madness, isn't it? It's madness.
Yeah.
For you, now I'm going to put you in a bit of a sticky situation. If you were, your phone pinged, you got a notification that, okay, we know Burnley took a cheap option by going for Brian Laws in the past. But if it was announced that Mark Jackson got the job permanently, would you be happy with that? Or do you think we need somebody with a little bit more know-how?
Till the end of the season, I'd say give it him.
Yeah.
Because there's no need to change it now. The last thing they need is someone coming in now and then trying to change it, and then that disrupted it for the last 5 games. I'd give it now until the end of the season. But I think if we appointed him in the summer, or even now, like you say, I'd probably be like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Because he's a League 1, League 2 manager. Really, he's not. It's not down to him. This transformation, he's given the license to go and be more expressive and sort of, let them have more freedom. But it's the players that have rallied, and the players have all got together and thought, right, this is what we need to do. I don't think it's a case of him. The nucleus is still Dutch's team. And grinding out and being hard to beat that's Dutch still, but they've just playing with more freedom, and I think he's allowed that. But long term, I'd be like, no, you need more experience.
Fair shout. You said there the players are playing with more freedom. I said it myself when there was rumours that there's a potential player revolt. That this is the time where if it is that, then obviously these players need to lace up their boots and show that, this is what we've been being held back from. This is what we can produce if we're actually, allowed to do this.
You only need to look at it when we've been attacking against Southampton and Wolves. We had at one point 6-7 players in the box, in the opposition's box, either on the edge of the box or in the 18-yard box. Under Dutch, you had Vegas and maybe, I don't know, whoever would play Jay or something like that. And that's it. We weren't getting any midfielders up supporting. It's just unbelievable the difference.
Yeah, it is.
Makes you think, what were we saying to them? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. It's strange that we've gone from Dash basically saying, come on, Everton don't look like a team that that can win games, and then us seeing a game out, to then almost feeling like the win against Norwich was guaranteed, and then we got a reality check. And then obviously, Dash got the chop.
I don't think there's one single Burnley fan now that can honestly hold the hand up and be honest and say, in the last 3 games, if we'd have had Sean Dyche in charge, would we have got 7 points? Even the most avid Burnley Dyche in supporter,
I don't even think Sean Dyche could have said that I could have got 7 points. I don't even think Dyche would have said that he's capable of doing it.
We wouldn't have. Not after that Norwich game. We'd have lost at West Ham. You might have grinded something out against Southampton. We'd have probably lost to Wolves, and we'd be dead and buried. We'd be going to Watford tomorrow saying we're going to be playing you in the Championship next season. So it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is absolute madness. Absolute madness. So we go to Vicarage Road tomorrow. 3 o'clock kickoff. Nice to have a Saturday afternoon kickoff again. It's as you said there earlier, they've only won 2 at home all season.
Yeah.
And the way Burnley have been this season, although right now at this moment in time we are a different unit. We saw when they came to Turf Moor, they'd not got a point on the road. They'd never had a clean sheet away from home. Turned up at Turf Moor and got both. Norwich had 0 points. Turned up to Turf Moor, got their first point. So we've sort of rolled out the red carpet for teams, and hopefully we're not going to fold at Vicarage Road. I mean, they were close to getting a result against Brentford. It was only in the dying minutes. I mean, I'll just put this up to show that obviously what's gone on in recent games, and as you can see, Watford. Okay, they got a bit of a dicking off Manchester City, which I think everybody's had a dicking off Manchester City at least. We know how that feels, a nice half from Manchester City. But yeah, as I say, the Brentford game, they're unlucky conceding it in the dying minutes. The Leeds game, another one. Liverpool, and they won away at Southampton. Again, as we said earlier, Southampton a bit of an up and down team. But us, apart from that Norwich game, which was sort of our reality check.
Yeah,
we've been flying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird game tomorrow. I know what you're saying. We've not done enough against the teams that are in there with us. But I just think tomorrow, I think we will. I really do. And I think we'll go there and just show that we're a lot better than what the position suggests.
I hope so. It's going to make for an interesting one. Half of the former Burnley squad aren't there anymore, are they? I mean, Andre Gray's at QPR.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get to see him come up against us, although I'd prefer it because he can't hit a barn door with a banjo, can he, at the minute?
No. Be interesting with Vidra because he's an ex-Watford player, isn't he? So I think if he gets the nod to start, he'll want to do well.
Yeah, I think. I mean, to be fair, I think he should start anyway, especially after what he did in the Wolves game. I thought he was quite effective.
Yeah, definitely.
Going back to that Wolves game. The thing for me, I looked at it, and after about 10 minutes, I said, "This is a game for Ashley Barnes." I said it needs that physicality. You could see that Wolves were trying to cut us out from playing on the wings like we like to do. They were trying to stop us. We got to halfway line and had to play the ball back. They managed to utilise that. But then the second half, we found cracks. We found ways around it.
Well, the second half, we just passed it faster and better. It was slicker and just one thing I've noticed, we're just passing it so much quicker. We're not messing about with it and hoofing it into channels and getting players like Weghorst and Corney running into blind alleys. That's not their game. That's not their game at all. The ball to feet, and when we do that, we just look at one hell of a team. We really do.
We do. I agree with Andy's comment there. I hope Martej starts tomorrow. 100%. 100%. I don't like the fact that we played Rodriguez on the wing, and I understand that we did that because obviously Cornet had a bit of a dodgy leg.
He'll be back tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I think he should. I think he'll probably be back tomorrow.
It won't surprise me if he goes Weghorst and Jado up top and have Vidra on the bench.
You know what? Yeah, I tell you what, I'd be tempted to. I'd be tempted to drop Weghorst in this game.
Would you? No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well. No, I'd say you've got to start him because his touches, what he does off the ball is quality. He is a really, really good footballer, is Weghorst, and you're seeing more of that because
we are seeing more of that now. Yeah,
we're seeing more of that because you're getting it into feet, and he's for such a tall bloke. He's got a really good touch, and he brings others into play and he lays it off, and rather than the hoof ball, because even as big as he is, he's not a target man of like your Chris Wood, is he? You know what I mean?
No, that's
but
true.
I'd still start with Weghorst tomorrow.
No, fair point. Fair point. Rene says, "Come on, Burnley, you need out the rally." Well, we're out of it. We're out of it. If anything, we can go up to 16th tomorrow ahead of everybody else.
Tomorrow we go above Leeds on goal difference, and they've got Man City in the late kickoff. So if I were Leeds, it'd be twitchy bum time, definitely for me, 100%. Because I think they got to Arsenal as well the week after. It's not looking good for Leeds, in all honesty.
No, it's not. It's not. They're another team out of this season. They did pretty all right under Jesse Marsh at the start, and now he's gone from Jesse Marsh to Jody Marsh. He's sort of just folded, hasn't he?
The thing is with Leeds, they do play really good attacking football, but they cannot defend. And it'll be, I'm telling you now, it'll be 3 and 4-0 to Man City tomorrow. Because
I hope so.
They're not going to let up. And their goal difference, what is it now, -30? We are near enough half of their goal difference.
You know, so I'll tell you something that I saw the other day. I was on a channel and they were all talking about can Chelsea fight for the Premier League next season? Are Manchester United going to be in and around that top 4, like, trying to push for more than top 4 in the near distant future? I said, whoa, let alone Manchester United and Chelsea. I said, listen, Leicester did the great escape. They were at the bottom of the league at Christmas and they managed to get out of it. Season after, they won the league. I said, you mark my words, Burnley Football Club are coming for you.
Unbelievable.
Mella, a Watford fan. Nice to see you, Mella. Nice to see you back. I've not seen you for a while. I hope you're well. I'm not going to the game tomorrow. Unfortunately. It sold out ridiculously quickly to the point where people have got tickets and don't know how the frig they get in there. So, it's been absolute madness trying to get a ticket at the minute because, as soon as Burnley do well, everybody, like flies around shit. They want them like hotcakes at the minute.
It's just better,
it is. Yeah, it is.
We're going to go there and play better. Less than, it's 24. Well, less than 24 hours to the game, but now at nearly 8 p.m. on the Friday night that we are going to play better tomorrow at Watford, regardless, win, lose or draw. We are going to play better than what was served up under Dyche. It's just
I was going to say that's another strange thing as well, isn't it? Because these are both ex-Dyche clubs now.
Walking up to the game on Sunday against Wolves, you knew that we would play better. You knew the football would be better, and we've got players there that can play football. I questioned it and said, "Are these players too stuck in the ways like Dyche were? Are they coached too much now in the Dyche way?" Someone even commented, and when Cornet were playing Paul, and I think I referenced it in the last video we did, and I was on, I can't remember what game it were actually, and I just went, "What is wrong with Cornet? What's happened to him since coming back from the African Cup of Nations?" And someone heard me and said, "He's been Dyched." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Yeah, he has, hasn't he? He has." But I'm convinced now these players they can play football now. rather than just that hoofing it into the channels and hopefully something happens. But they're now creating that opportunity. So if we're on as game tomorrow, I can't see anything other than a Burnley win. But like you say, it is just the Burnley way to go there. with Watford's record of 10 straight home defeats, and then dicking us and turning us over 1-0 or something, and you'll just go, "Oh my god!" But it
won't surprise me.
It wouldn't, and they've still got some dangerous players. That Dennis is a good player. He missed the game on the turf, didn't he? In the 0-0.
Yeah, he did.
I think he was suspended. But he'll be back. He's a dangerous player. They've got some good players of Watford, but for some reason, it's just not worked for him this season.
See, that scared me when they appointed Roy Hodgson, that he's never been relegated as a manager. Well, so that one feared me at one point as well. But
well, they're going down. Them and Norwich have pretty much gone.
And I think I looked at a couple of Watford fan previews actually, like earlier on today, and some of them were all saying, we are going down, but I want us to go down fighting. But I agree with what Mel is saying here.
Can we send them down tomorrow?
No.
I don't think we can.
I think dependent on what happens in the next 2 games, potentially. But Mel says that hopefully we'll let Burnley win and make Everton lose. Trust me, send those bin-dipping, tag-wearing
there's a bit of
dirty bastards down
between Everton and Watford because of the Marco Silva situation. And I think that's
there's that. Both of them play Z cars when they come out the tunnel, so you're going to hear that ringing around the Championship next year. But Andy says to Mellor's comment, hope so indeed. So, Dave, I won't keep you long because I know you're in the car and I don't want your arse going numb. Unless you're at drive-through, then get me something and drive up all site, you bastard. But we'll get into predictions. Cheeseburger lad.
Matt, go on, Mackey's after him, mate. Get about 10 burgers.
Rene says, can Burnley do what we did before the Premier League champions? Well, I hope so.
We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league next season, mate.
Why not? Why not? I'll tell you what. Hold on.
Mark Jackson.
Dave, you've been appointed manager. Tell me your starting 11 for tomorrow.
Starting 11 tomorrow. Pope, Roberts, right back. Taylor, left back. Collins, Tarky, centre backs. I go with Cornet on the left. McNeil on the right. Yeah. Corky and Brownhill in the centre. Weghorst and Vidra, but I do think he'll go with Jay with Weghorst.
Not bad. Rene says 2-0 Burnley. I'll take that, mate. Take that every day of the week. Mella says it's also because we like Vidra and other great servants. Yeah, we've had a couple of former Watford players, and you've had some of ours.
I remember a guy we got from Watford called Nigel Gleghorn. He played at Watford at some point in his career, and he was absolutely bloody awful. Like, they had a bloke up front, and they used to say he had a pineapple on his head back in the 90s. I think it was Jason Lee. Jason Lee, and he scored for Watford on the opening day of the season. They were absolutely baking hot, and I went to Vicarage Road. They beat us 1-0 or 2-0. It might have been. And Jason Lee got the winner, I think. And it were, oh my God. And old fans, even Watford fans used to sing he's got a pineapple on his head or something. Right, he flicked it like that, and the ball hit his hair, and it actually went in the net. But it were I remember that day, it were baking hot in Watford that day. First game of the season.
Wow. Mella says 3-1 Burnley, 2 corners. I'll take that again. I will take that every day of the week.
Is that all we're going to have all game? 2 corners.
Renee says, I hope so. And then he goes on to say, we had 19 injured and we still win the league. To be fair, you did. Liverpool also had a lot of injuries at the back. you know, when they won the league. So maybe we just need a couple of defensive injuries and we'll win it. But listen, Dave, this is the thing we want to see.
Can you imagine?
There it is, in its glory in claret and blue.
I don't think I'd ever go to work again. I'd just be pissed at home for the rest of my life.
So go on then, Dave. Give us your prediction for tomorrow. How do you think we're going to get on?
I think we will win. I mean, I'd be shocked if with how poor they've been at home. A sensible one, I think 2-0, 2-1. But I honestly think we can go there and turn them over. Turn them over. 3-0 Burnley. Why not? 3-0.
Oh, I love that. Strong. You like you meant it as well.
3-0. Batter them and go, who are you? We shouldn't be down here with you. Go back. Bye-bye. Back to the Championship. We're staying up. Everton, Leeds. Yeah, there you go. Over to you.
Yeah, why not? 23 Duke says 2-0. My cousin is going with his mate. And Mella has said, Andy, enjoy your trip tomorrow. Safe travels. Yeah, safe travels to every claret that is going there tomorrow. I'm not going to give my prediction just yet. We do have the prediction show at 9 o'clock. So do sit tight when we will be going live with Chris from Leicester to Land TV and Anthony Herbert, our Bristolian Arsenal fan. So we will be having him on as well.
Combine Arbister.
Oh, aye. Loves your point of scrumpy, does it?
They'll be speaking like that in Watford. Yeah, when I say a Watford fan, I'm going to go, what do you think of Luton, mate? they might take the place. They'll take the place next season. Luton are going up.
I know. Madness, innit? Madness, some of the teams in the Championship. Burnley need a young centre-back like we have him for fun. We do. Nathan Collins. He's only 20 years old. Absolute powerhouse.
Quality. Him and Tarke have been absolute colossals recently.
Oh, massively,
you know,
mate.
And you've got Benme on the touchline, barking instructions. It's just amazing, isn't it? I still can't get over the transformation. If we'd have sacked Dyche 5 games, 10 games earlier, we wouldn't be anywhere near the bottom 3.
No, I agree. Dave, thank you very much for giving us your time. As I say, I know you've just took the boys back and stuff, but
yeah, you're all right.
As I say, 3-0, I will snap your hand off for that tomorrow, I really would. However, I just want us to go above Leeds. I want, as you said, let Leeds and Everton fight it out. Let's do our bit, just get out of it. Well, let's go on a run like Newcastle did.
They're going to be looking at it tomorrow and thinking, because I think Everton play Chelsea on Sunday, don't they?
Yeah, and then Leeds City's late kickoff, I think.
You know, Usyk made a really interesting point the other night, actually. I think it was on Monday Night Football, Jamie Carragher. I don't tend to listen to him that much, but
not me neither.
It was bob on. If after these next 2 games for Burnley, Watford away and Villa at home, if Everton are still only 2 points behind Burnley, then they're going to catch us. But if not, if it's 5 points, then even with their game in hand, with Everton's game in hand, which is Watford away, and they'll probably win that, they're not going to catch us. It's going to be either them or Leeds that are going down. So we need 4 points out of these next 2 games. And if we get them, we're home and dry for me.
Yeah, take that. Nothing sweeter said, mate. Nothing sweeter said. Renee, I know you're playing Spurs, as I say. We will talk about that at 9 o'clock when we go live for the prediction show. So sit tight. As I say, less than an hour now. Less than an hour. And this ugly mush will be back on your screens. So please do check us out again, as I say, at 9 o'clock. Dave, thanks very much, as always. Come on, you've got to do it. Up the clarets.
Up the clarets, pal.
Come on, let's do it. And for everyone travelling, safe trip. Enjoy your weekend and take care. Peace out.